So this video is going to go through how you create and manage different views. I'm going to use the orders list as an example, but the principles that I'm teaching you here can be used in pretty much every other module. So the first thing that you might want to do is actually change which columns you can see in the list that you're looking at. To do that, click on the blue grid at the far right. And what you're going to be presented with is a window that shows you all of the different pieces of information that you can include. So in this particular module, I have a maximum of 12 columns, and I've already selected 11. So for example, if I didn't care to see the customer of a given order, but I did care to see what the total volume of the freight was, I would remove customers and I would add dimensions. So now when I click Save Changes, I'm going to see that the customer column is gone and I've added a DIMS column. Remember that you have up to 12 columns, so I think I was one short here. Perhaps I want to bring in one other one. Let's bring in last seen location, which would populate with ELD live location information if I had that integrated with my instance of RoseRocket. So once you have your columns set up, as I showed you here, the next thing that you're going to want to be able to create and configure are the different views, the different filters that you can use to change what orders you're actually being presented with in the list below. So RoseRocket is going to come with some basic filters. So when I click on the Deliveries Today filter, what you're going to notice is that the list is changed to only show you orders that have a delivery date of today. You may also have noticed that the conditions section, so these are the criteria that you're actually filtering on, this was changed as well. So I'll do that again. I'm in default view. Right now it's just filtering on the created date, and it's showing me orders that have been created between today and that date. If I click on Deliveries Today, it's going to show me all orders where the delivery requested date equals today. If I click on, for example, the In Transit filter, it's going to show me all orders that are currently in transit status. So the idea is that RoseRocket has some default filters, which you see here. And depending on which filter you click on, the conditions are going to be changed. And that determines what you actually see in the list below. If you ever want to create a new filter, what you do is you go back to the default view, click Add Filter, and then choose what conditions you want to filter on. So for example, let's say I want to see all orders that have a pickup date of today. I'm going to choose Pickup. I'm going to select Pickup Date Requested. A new pill appears here at the far right. This is called a pill. And within this pill, I'm going to define that I only want to see orders with a pickup date of today. So you're going to notice that this is in blue fill. If it is in blue fill, it means that it's a temporary condition. So for example, if I click on Deliveries Today and I come back to default view, it's forgotten that condition. So there's one step you have to take in order to save the filter. So to save the filter, start from the beginning, click Add Filter. Let's assign Pickup Date Today, change this to today. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the down triangle beside the word Views. I'm going to click Create New View, and I'm going to give this a name, so call this Pickup Today. My filter now appears here in the top of the page, and the next time I log in, my grid is going to show up just the way that I've set it from the grid options, and I'm always going to be able to click on the Pickup Today filter. Now you might have noticed that I was also able to save what's called an organizational view. So if you notice, these filters all have a little building icon beside them. That's letting you know that these filters are actually shared with all of your colleagues. This one is not. This is a personal view, and that's why it doesn't have an icon beside it. If you have the right role, so if you're a manager or an admin in your instance of RoseRocket, you can actually create organizational views. So you would simply take the steps I just showed you, and when you click Save, you would just select organizational view instead of personal view or new view. If you ever want to manage your filters, so change something about it, let's say I want to change the pickup date, the name of the filter, click on the filter and select Rename View. If you ever want to update the filter, so let's say you want to add another condition to it, what you would do is you would apply that filter, go apply the extra condition. So for example, maybe you only want to look at orders for a specific customer. If you want to add this condition permanently to this view, come back, add the condition, come back to the name of the view and click Update View. Click Save, and you're going to notice that this has changed from blue to white. That's how you know that it's part of this filter. Last but not least, if you want to delete the view, select it and click Delete View.